Welcome to our house, Anthony. Today we're going to have essential conversations. For those that are new to the channel, we make mental health conversations and content that's going to be beneficial to your personal development in addition to your well-being, right? In today's conversation, we'll be talking about the importance of gratitude practices and how thankfulness transforms your life. This is an essential video because it's going to be able to cultivate regular gratitude practices and include some things, elements that are really important that I do personally, like journaling, daily reflections, and other activities I want to be able to include so you're able to have better insight that's going to be able to improve your mental health, shift your perspective, in addition to fostering your greater overall well-being, right? This video is, I'm gonna just be real with you, was gonna be my favorite because it transformed my life for real. When we're comparing our life to other people's, or social media and different things like that, even family dynamics, siblings, and just comparing, us as people, our minds are always prone to just want more and want the best. However, we gotta just really reassess our life, be grateful for what we have to be able to have blessings and have a good well-being, right? So let's just move on to the introduction to gratitude and its power, right? So we're gonna be talking about, gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a powerful practice that transforms how we experience our lives. And like I said, shifting our perspective in simple ways, we're able to incorporate that into our daily routine. I'm going to talk about some key points. So overall, gratitude is basically the definition. So gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the positive perspectives of life, big and small, right? So just being grateful for it all, right? Next is going to be some misconceptions, right? So gratitude isn't just about a feeling of thankful, when we have good experiences, like when things go well. It's about shifting your mindset to appreciate what you have, even during challenging times, right? So when you're going through things, you tore up from the flow up, you gotta still find, what you're grateful for, right? Some people out here are just, I'm gonna just be real with you. Some people may not be religious. They may not see, the spiritual realm. They may just feel as if that things are the way they are, and they have their own beliefs, which is fine. But at the end of the day, just pulling it back to the perspective is just, what are we grateful for? So those are some misconceptions, but I really want to tie that aspect as well. And then let's tie into some research insights, right? So a study from the Greater Good Science Center at UC Berkeley have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience improved mental health, stronger relationships, and greater life satisfaction, right? So when we are grateful, when we take the time to really reassess what we're grateful for, big and small, this really will help us shift our perspective, navigate, and give us that resilience and have greater overall satisfaction within our lives, right? It's very important. Next segment, we're going to be talking about the science behind gratitude, right? So let's talk about the science, right? It turns out that practicing gratitude doesn't just feel good, it's tangible benefits in our brain and our body. So let's dive into the science behind, being thankful when it comes to brain chemistry. So key points, we're going to talk about gratitude in the brain. So regular gratitude practices activates the brain reward system, increasing dopamine and serotonin levels. So it makes you feel good. Those neurotransmitters are zapping around and it makes you feel, like I said, good when you're being grateful. Next is going to be reducing stress and anxiety. So gratitude has been shown to lower cortisol, which is that stress hormone, and produce, and promote that relaxation, which we need to feel at ease and feel comfortable. Next is going to be improve emotional resilience, which is, like I said, we're going through, we're being torn up from the floor, we're going through a difficult situation. Resilience is going to be able to help us navigate and push us through so we're able to get where we want to be and where we need to be, right? So focusing on gratitude helps us build emotional resilience by, fostering more positive outlook and, and even face of adversity. Like I said, when things are coming at us back to back, it's like, dang, like I just went through something last week. Why is it, again, why is misery keep following me? This is going to really shift our mindset on a positive aspect. And we're going to not even just focus upon the nonsense. We're just going to focus on what's positive. And it's going to keep us, pushing us through, which is going to be a great thing. And I want you guys to have that aspect as well. When it comes to some research insights published by the Psychological Science in 2015 found that practicing gratitude can increase well-being and happiness by rewiring the brain to focus on positive rather than negative experiences and things that are going on. Like I said, we control our software of our system. Our mindset is very important, and that our well-being is very important. By doing these practices are going to be able to help us overall. Like I said, we want to have a positive mindset, not a negative one. Let's move on. So our third segment, we're going to be diving into what about the benefits, right? So how are we going to gain from this, right? So the mental health benefits of gratitude, we're going to dive into that, So we have, enhanced mood and happiness, right? We want to be happy, we want to feel at ease, we want to feel comfortable, we want to smile, right? We don't want to feel gloomy, isolated, we don't feel tore up from the floor, right? So let's enhance our mood within the happiness, right? So regular practice gratitude is linked to higher baseline of happiness and positivity, right? So when we pull ourselves away from the nonsense and we really get to really do the deep breathing and just really reassess, have gratitude, put ourselves to a good environment, right? And just shift our mindset, this is going to really be able to enhance that happiness and positivity. Moving on to the next, it's going to be reduce symptoms of depression, right? So people out there, like I said, you're going through your own experience, this practice is going to really be able to help you, and research proves it as well. So research suggests that gratitude can lower symptoms of depression by helping individuals shift their negative thought patterns to more positive ones. We control it, right? We control our mind. This is our computer, this is our body, you know what I mean? This is our mind. So let's try to enhance more positive mind shifting patterns, right? Next is going to be improve self-esteem and relationships. We want to be able to feel confident, we want to feel good, we want to feel good when we get around people. This is going to be able to help us, right? So gratitude helps us appreciate ourselves and others, leading to stronger social bonds and improve self-worth, right? According to some research in the 2020 meta-analysis in Journal of Clinical Psychology, gratitude interventions significantly reduce depressive symptoms and improve emotional well-being. So the proof is in the pudding. The research is here to help us. I'm here to uplift. I'm talking. This is what we do. And like I said, we gotta really shift our mindset to positive to be able to wipe away all these negative feelings and this depression that is kind of manifesting around us. Next segment we're going to just dive right into is going to be simple gratitude practices to try, right? So I'm going to give you guys some examples, different things we're able to, practice with as we're, trying to uplift those benefits. So key point I'm going to dive right into is, like I said, like gratitude journaling. This is not a joke. We got to really practice. We really got to put the work in. And to be able to do that, you're going to be able to see the outcomes as well, right? So gratitude journaling, write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for every day, big or small, right? So spend the time to really allow your mind to get into those positive patterns, to recognize those things, small or big, right? Next is going to be gratitude reflection, right? So take a moment each morning or each evening to reflect on what what went well during your day. Like I said, that positive pattern. Whether you're in your car, whether you're in your room, whether you just find an area that is conducive for you, where you feel comfortable, and execute and make it happen, right? Talk about something that's positive within your day. Next is going to be gratitude jar, right? So write things down, one thing that you're grateful for each day, and put it into the jar. Over time, obviously, it's going to add up, it's going to build up, and you'll have a collection of positive memories to look back on. This is going to be able to help us push through difficult times when difficulties coming our way. We have somewhere to go, right? When it comes to the next one, we're going to talk about expressing gratitude to others, right? So take a time to tell someone that you're grateful for them, right? Whether it's a loved one, colleague, or even a friend. Connection is something that we need to keep our vibration high. We got to be able to talk to people, our loved ones, and find people that are going to be able to make us feel comfortable, at ease, and gratitude and expressing that is going to be important as well. So find a person that you're able to spread that love and that appreciation for. Next is going to be, that research, of course, right? We always got to add that research involved. So the Journal of Positive Psychology found that participants who wrote letters of gratitude and expressed appreciation towards others experienced a significant increase in their happiness and overall satisfaction with life, right? So when we're putting out positivity, putting out that love, it's going to come back. We're going to feel good. We're going to feel uplifted. It's going to be uplifting our confidence. It's going to be working its magic, and we're really going to be starting moving away from that negativity and those patterns. So like I said, take this serious. Research is in the pudding. It's here for us to get back on track. When it comes to our next segment, we're going to be talking about overcoming challenging challenges in regards to gratitude practices. Sometimes things is going to be difficult. I'm not going to say practicing gratitude is going to be easy, but it definitely is manageable. But especially when life is overwhelming or get tough, obviously things get difficult, and gratitude can help us shift our perspective when we obviously practice. But let's talk about some challenges. So dealing with negative thoughts is going to be the first one, right? So gratitude doesn't mean ignoring struggles. It's about balancing, our focus on positive, experiences and things that got going on, meanwhile still acknowledging the challenges as well, right? So dealing with negative thoughts is a part of the process, but we got to really, just like I said, try to focus on positive patterns. Next is going to be small steps matter, right? So start small, just a few things a day, writing down a few things a day, just starting small. It gradually increases your practice and it becomes overall, it's going to start being more manageable, so start being natural, within the discipline. So, like I said, shifting your mindset, but at the same time too, if you want to be able to see outcomes, we got to have consistency. Same way you're going to work every day, the same way you're going to school every day, the same way you're doing, you have your habits every day. You got to be able to add a little good, sprinkle a little goodness, or, the channel, like positivity, putting something in your mind to be able to help you get the rhythms, the patterns of positivity, right? We have to put the practice in, but start small is essential. Next is going to be consistency is key. As mentioned, the more consistent you are with your practicing your gratitude, the more it will become naturally ingrained in your daily life, and in addition to your mental state, right? You're going to be able to see those benefits arise. Let's talk about some research. In 2019, a study from the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology found that gratitude interventions that were practiced over several weeks led to lasting improvements in overall well-being and happiness, right? So like I said, when we're consistent, we're starting small. In addition to we're breaking those negative habits and those patterns, we're going to be able to see our happiness arise. In addition to our well-being and different relationships, and everything in our life is going to start moving more smoother. Our next segment, we're going to be talking about gratitude and long-term well-being, right? So when we break those negative habits down, we have rhythm, we have the consistency, we're really working this in our life. Let's talk about those long-term benefits, right? So over time, consistent gratitude practices doesn't just make you feel good for the moment. It can lead to life-lasting changes in addition to our overall approach to life, making us feel more resilient, optimistic, open-minded, in addition to connecting with others as well, right? So let's talk about some key points. So long-term happiness is tied to this, right? So gratitude helps us shift our perspective long term, in addition to towards positive, leading to greater satisfaction, right? So our mindset's different, our patterns we have got control of, and now we're able to see things with a better perspective, right? Moving on to the next is going to be gratitude and aging, right? So older adults who regularly practice gratitude report better mental health, more positive emotions, and great life satisfaction. So this is significant, right? So like I said, when we practicing, we have that consistency, and as we're aging, we got to be maturing with it on an appropriate manner, but this is going to be able to help us be, a positive role model. We're doing things, we know how to handle ourselves, and we have positive patterns. Moving on to the next is going to be stronger relationships. So gratitude fosters deeper connections with others, which improves social support and overall well-being, right? This is significant because, like I said, connecting with others is important, and this is going to be able to help us overall. Research insights from a 2022 study, and the gerontologist found that older adults who engage in regular gratitude practices report better mental health and higher levels of social well-being, right? So like I said, there's benefits to this when we increase our abilities and we do this long time. We have life-lasting changes in regards to our well-being. In regards to wrapping things up, the power of gratitude in our life is significant. These practices will be life transitioning, changing, right? When we have practice, when we really apply ourselves, right, and make the time for ourselves. Like I said, we're able to put the time out to work. We're out there, giving 8 hours of our time to these institutions and organizations and do what we have to do to survive and keep ourselves up, right, and pay them bills. But at the same time, too, like I said, if we're able to take care of ourselves and perform at the highest level, we got to be able to pour into ourselves. And by doing these practices, are going to be able to help, our mental health, have more positive emotions, greater life satisfaction overall. And like I said, when we're able to feel good, we're able to really be the example and role model for other people as well, right? So gratitude isn't just in, occasional practice. It's a way of, of being that can transform our perspective, right? By bringing life-lasting joy, by taking time each day to appreciate the good in our life, right? And this is going to be able to, like I said, help shift your mindset, improve those relationships, and boost your overall life satisfaction. If you found that this video was beneficial, throw a thumbs up, share it if possible to help somebody else out there, right? Any comment, drop that if necessary. However, I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Thank you for having me.